My name is Monica Wisnowski. We bought the farm. We have been doing everything we can since we moved out here to make ourselves as self-sufficient as possible. We replaced our furnace with a geothermal heat pump. Your only energy cost is the electricity to run the heat exchanger and the fans. Immediately, as soon as that was done, the next project on my list was solar. Between that and putting the solar in, we're at the hydro minimum bill of $30 a month. It's fabulous. The government grant absolutely had an effect on it. It's a government grant program. Read it carefully, follow the steps. That's the best advice I can give. There's so many details, and the details were different in each company's recommendations. The inverter technology, the panels themselves, the technology around that. Price was obviously a major factor too. The reporting that comes out of the inverter is fabulous, and I love to be able to track all the little details. I mean, we did the installation with pigs and cows in the field, and I know that unnerved a couple of people, but they did really well. One of the things that happened when we did this installation, they had to change our meter to put in the dual meter. Guy from Hydro came to our door and said, "I'm sorry, I really shouldn't connect you back to the power grid right now. The wires in the pole where the meter is had melted. At some point before we bought the house, there was a fire in there." So not only are we saving money because solar is paying for our electricity, we are now no longer paying for the 50% of our usage that was phantom leakage. The first 4.5 years that we've lived here, I've been going around turning down the heat, shutting things off. That would still be there. We would never have considered replacing the meter. It's not something you do. So I think our lowest bill in the 5 years prior was about $300, and they were up to $5. We're not very good at budgeting. Every time there's spare money, a new animal appears. Yeah. It's kind of freed us up to do more things. I started a garlic business with a friend of mine last year. The goal is to dry our product and cure it and make it the best that we can. And the power's not really a consideration anymore, so we're just gonna do it. So it feels great. It's a huge relief to know that we're contributing to a better future for our kids and our grandson. I think the things that you need to consider when you're getting into it, expect to spend a year. We went into this thinking, we can knock this out in 3 months, and that was not true. Do it. It pays off. It's just a huge blessing to have all of that stuff all wrapped up and taken care of, and we don't need to worry about it anymore. Once we've paid back our investment, it's all just gravy, and that will hopefully help me kick my husband out of his job, and he can retire with me, because I have so many farm projects that I want him to work on.